All right, good morning, everyone. Tim Davis coming to you guys. I'm trying to do a real quick midweek market review. Been a little busy over this past week and weekend, over the past weekend and this week, but I wanted to jump in here to show you guys what the markets are showing us as we approach the end of the year and as we head through the middle of December and into what's famously known as this Christmas rally. And it looks like it's not failing to disappoint again. Like we are definitely seeing this market continued to move higher during the middle month of December, um, which is normally when people see or start to visualize this Christmas rally and see if it's going to unfold. And it's like it's starting to unfold. I had an area of resistance on the SPY and said if we hit this level, we could see some type of pullback, and we sort of kind of did, but we got a bounce right at the moving average. And one or two things I said was going to happen. We was going to, and hit that level and see a definite big time reversal, or we would hit that level, consolidate a bit, and then see a breakout above that level. And it looks like we are starting to see the market bounce from that pullback area. So we saw prices hit this level here before and around July, and we pulled back. Started to consolidate around this level, around here, got a sharp pullback here on the daily, and then back to the moving average and broke out above that level. So we broke out above this level. So now this former resistance becomes support. So this area down here is going to be a support level. And it looks like the bulls are definitely trying to stay in control of this market for now as we approach the end of December. So that's a positive sign for the bulls, negative sign for the bears for right now. And with price action still just riding this 20 per moving average higher after we had that slight pullback. So I definitely wanted to jump in here and point that out on this daily chart of the SPY. Get rid of this. So as I look at a longer term weekly and monthly chart, see if we can see some possible targets for the SPY. Here's a weekly chart now. This weekly chart, we see that we have now breaking above this level here, which has been a level of support. A level of resistance before in the past. So again, this has been a strong level of resistance in the past. It looks like we are tiptoeing our way above it, with RSI on a weekly chart is just starting to breach over board territory, which means we're just starting to get there. We could see much more room to the upside. TTM squeeze just starting to turn positive on a weekly chart. So I think we're going to clearly possibly break above this level of resistance and stay above it for a second here. So as we approach the end of the year, we could continue to see this year-end Christmas rally continue to stand firm. The next area to look out for a possible pullback or a possible breakout is this 480 level on the 480 level on the SPY. So that 480 level looks like that is a target that the SPY is aiming for now. That 480 level, which we hit before, and we pulled back from the level before in the past. So that's the next level to pay attention to, around that 479, 480 level of the SPY for the next couple of weeks. Let's look at the SPY. And then switch to the DIA, the diamonds. And this is a level that I pointed out before. I had already had this level, and I said because we were already pretty much breaking out above this previous level of resistance here. And I said we break above that level, the next level to look for is right around here where we are starting to approach on the SPY, which is around a 370 level. So that's the level to pay very close attention to on the SPY, which is a level I think the SPY is definitely aiming for, that 370 level. And if we break above that, you gotta pull back and look at a monthly chart. If we break above that level, folks, believe it or not, the diamonds will be at an all-time high. So going into the end of this year, end of this year and beginning of next year, looks like we we could see all-time highs on at least on the Dow right now. And if we do get that level, we need to really start paying attention to, what happens in 2024, because that would be considered, around about all the way back to where we were before. And normally that is considered to be such what's called a double top. So we have to see what happens as we go into 2024 with some of these indices approaching all-time highs. That is the diamonds. Let's look at it was a monthly chart. Here's a daily chart on diamonds, definitely in overbought territory. So again, that's another one really want to pay close attention to as we approach that 370 level. If we hit it, it could be an extreme overbought territory on the daily. So that's something to pay close attention to. Let's look at the triple Qs. Same scenario, triple Qs. There were two levels I said we need to pay attention to. Again, we had a pullback here at that level of resistance, and then a breakout above that level after the pullback. Now it's like the next level in tow or in store for that the diamonds could, that the Qs could be reaching for. It's way up here around 404. So let's spread that out and look at a weekly chart now. Again, so we reached that level before, right around, so I would say that's 408. Now 408 is something to pay close attention to on the Qs as we approach the end of this year. We have hit the level before in the past. Looks like now that is the level that the Qs are aiming for. That's the next level. If we break out above the level, that could definitely be a new breakout to all-time highs. They had to wait and look and see if we get a reversal to check back to test these levels of breakout. All right. And if we was to switch to a monthly chart here, you can see, stretch that out, pretty much a round trip. Had a little dip here and back up to test the all-time high, right around 408. So that's the level to pay attention to look out for on the Qs. And again, IWM has been a laggard. So I think IWM has a lot of potential, folks, for the bulls, believe it or not. It has been a laggard, and it has still just been stuck in this tight range down here. Looking at this monthly chart. And I think it has more of an ability than any of them to really start to move in a big time favor, in big time fashion in favor of the bulls. If it can just get above this resistance. This first level is right around 191. Second level will be right around this 198. And that 198, I really think the IWM has a chance to try to challenge before the end of this year. So look for some strong moves possibly in this IWM as we approach the end of this year, as we go through this Christmas rally. But this is a wide range. As if you can see, this has been a wide test range for the IWM for a while. And looks like we're about to try to test that range again. So this has been a wide range that the Dow has been, the IWM has been traveling since 2022. And with this area up here being strong level of resistance, that looks like the IWM could be looking to test again as we approach this Christmas rally. Approach the end of this year and as we go through this Christmas rally. So pay close attention to that. That's a good target to pay to keep an eye on as far as IWM right around at 198 to 200 level. And like I said, it looks like it could definitely go up there to test that level again. Then we have to see what happens, because the IWM, every time it got around that level around 200, it struggled. Will it do the same this time? We don't know. We have to wait and see what happens. All right, so let's look at all our major indices. I wanted to point that out there real quick to show you guys that this Christmas rally looks like it definitely is in full effect. Let's take a look at two more things real quick. Let's take a look at what is it? SPXA 200R, which is the tool that tracks the overall momentum of the market, and it looks like it too is approaching a level that I said we need to pay close attention to, which is right around 80, around 80. And it looks like we are at right around 65 right now. We have broke out above one level of resistance, heading towards another one. This 80 level, 80% level is where we were at before in the past, and we pulled back from the momentum. So if the momentum we get over this 80, we can see it popping all the way up here, back up to the ultimate, close to 100%. We get up to 100% of momentum of this tool, almost close to 100% of stocks trading above that 200-day moving average. Definitely you want to be in store for looking for some kind of reversal, and possibly in a major way. So again, market is really, folks, trying to sniff out all-time highs, folks. That's what it's doing in a nutshell in general. And that could be a very, very area that you really need to be close attention to, mindful if we get to the level, because we could definitely see some sharp reversals around that level. But for now, the bulls are definitely still in control as we approach the end of this year. All right. All right, let's take a quick look at gold, because it has been doing some backfilling as well, with a potential chance to break out to some strong highs. All right, so here is gold. I'll be paying attention to gold is see, looking at this this weekly chart. It had a sharp move up there above 2000 in a big way, but the 2100. And I had a feeling something like that was going to happen, and then we got a sharp reversal. Well, this is what's happening on this reversal. Weekly chart pull back to that 20 per moving average, and it looks like it's starting to stall. Is that a sign that it's going to stall and continue to break higher? That's a huge possibility. So that's something I'm going to pay attention to in gold. And if I was to look back at a daily chart now, it's showing signs that we could be possibly getting ready to rally back up towards that 2000 level. With the RSI, like it's starting to trying to curl upward, so we have to wait and see. And price acting like it's trying to start to consolidate around this right below the 20 per moving average. And if we get a break back above the 20 per moving average, we can see it move right back up towards that 2100 in a pretty significant way. So for all you gold and silver buyers, pay close attention to where we at now. We could be at a consolidation pattern, consolidating right below the 20 per moving average. Take a look at silver. Same scenario, silver starting to see some oversold territory. Oversold territory after it hit that level of resistance, pull back from it in a major way, multiple red days in a row in oversold territory, almost at a level of support right around this 22.35-ish level. Could we get there? Possible. Is it likely? It's possible, but I don't know if it's more likely. It's starting to solid and consolidate already. I think the next move up, folks, we can start to see major breakouts in silver and gold. So that's something to pay close attention to for some levels of support to be found and start to see some consolidation where we stand now and start to look for some type of reversal. Because I think gold and silver will reverse here versus breaking all the way down and breaking out to lower lows. Look at the longer term charts. Look at the monthly chart here. See the CTM squeeze, like it's in positive momentum. Well, that's the monthly chart. Definitely still in a positive momentum, and price action is still just consolidating to this tight range. It's consolidating in this tight range for pretty much the entire year. So this is a range that we've pretty much been consolidating in. We've been consolidating in this range all year long, and just itching for this for breakout. So with this pullback, I'll be looking for a possible entry level on this pullback. So I think we're going to see another attempt to break out above this level of resistance up here for silver. And look at the longer term monthly chart to go. It also should look close to the same. Yep, here we go. Here's the longer term chart of gold. Pretty much looks similar. This is the range we've been in. Got to reach above that 2100 level and came pull right back down as we did before in the past. Folks, I think this is a perfect setup for the bulls and scare some of the buyers away. I think this is a perfect setup for a strong bullish breakout as we have tested this level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times since 2020. Folks, this is a sign to me that is gearing up for a possible breakout that will hold. So if you haven't considered, taking a silver or gold position, now maybe the timing may be perfect, as we could be in store for a possible breakout that could hold soon. All right, folks, that's all I wanted to share. Hopefully this is some news that you can use. And until the next video, it's Tim Davis here, signing out.